Sister Wives, season 17, episode 12. I have some thoughts about Kody Brown. And the thing about it is there's a lot of reasons to be mad at him. The COVID rules, he seems to be in the outs with almost all of the kids, somewhere between full, like Gabe and Garrison, like full, like calling them names on TV, to like just cold and distant with like he is with Isabel and Truly, except for McKelty. McKelty seemed to be the only one that he had any sort of interaction with that seemed like the other person liked him. Now, that's not all of his kids. I'm not saying all of his kids hate him. I'm just saying that's what we've seen on the show. Except Robin's kids, although we saw the one scene with him and Robin's kids since like Thanksgiving. But anyway, a lot of reasons to dislike him. We could spend all day listing his negative qualities. But I think what is driving me the baddiest right now as a viewer is his lying. And he calls it creative, but he fully admits, he's like, well, I get really creative. He said that when he told Christine that if they don't get a parenting agreement, Arizona will take Truly, which is not the case at all. But he even admitted in his interview, I'm just getting creative with her to make my point, as though that somehow is justifiable. But every week it's something different. Last week he said that he didn't have the money for Janelle to build. This week, he said we should buy Christine's house. Later on in the episode, he says again, we don't have the money to build. She even figured out how they could build on her plot and still subdivide it. And he just goes, there's just no money for it. And then Robin, of course, in an interview, we just don't have the money for it. I wish we did. Oh, if only we knew where the money went. And it's the line that drives me crazy. And what I want him to do is I want him to show him all the times that he goes back and forth and he just lies. He says, I've never quit on the relationship. He'll talk about how he's heartbroken about Christine and how she betrayed him. But then he'll say, I hope the kids, she's going to tell the kids I don't love her. Then he'll say, I don't love her. It's just that he holds no frame of reference with reality, even his own broken reality. Like, there's people you meet who are so convinced of something, but they're consistent in it. And you're like, well, you're wrong, but at least you're consistent. He's not consistent. It's whatever conversations he's in at the time. And I can't believe, I think even villains have more sense of a hold on reality than he seems to have with how bad he's making himself look by driving out Christine and immediately trying to drive out Janelle. And it's just, as a viewer, it infuriates me that he just lies and in the interviews, and that's just how it is. He's allowed to lie and move on, and no problem.